to it. Lovely touch from Jen.
Right, you're welcome back to RSTV Sports, and you just watched highlight of the African Super League played on Thursday. Eimba crashed out of the African Super League, losing to Wydad by 3-0 and 4-0 on aggregate score. Kosa Emmanuel talked really tough about this match. You gave me a lot of hope against Eimba. You said Eimba, maybe something would have come out in Casablanca, but it didn't turn out well.
Yeah, I said that, but I didn't say Eimba was going to win. Actually, I said Eimba had no chance, or if they could get anything out of that match, it was going to be a draw. Because I watched the match when Eimba played against the people from Uyo Stadium, and then you see that Eimba played nothing at all. They couldn't play as a team. So I knew that going out there to Casablanca with a wide range of fans that these people have, with so much noise, I think it's gonna be a very, very big distraction to Eimba. So I'm not actually surprised that they lost by 3-0. I think it should be more, but I'm so happy with the scoreline. Even though I'm a fan of Eimba, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, for Eimba fans watching us, let's hear from you. Are you happy with your coach? Are you happy with the performance of your club in the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup? Fididi George, he got the knocking of his life, beating of his life, I beg your pardon. But if we can just look at that match again, Eimba against Wydad, we'll talk about behind the scene here, because against Wydad are a big club. They've won the CAF Champions League. Eimba is also a big club. They've won the CAF Champions League also. But what's the problem with Nigerian clubs when it comes to CAF Continental matches?
I think we have low investment in the Nigerian football, so the most important thing here is we are not actually focusing on the Nigerian football, even the individuals watching, because actually the sports team in Nigeria, they are not putting a lot of finance into the football, and to see how we can draw much fans to the football, because most importantly, what draws people to people is value. And if you look at the Premier League, you understand that they have invested a lot of money into the Barclays Premier League. Everybody is anticipating to watch, because it has always been so for many years. But now Nigeria, we don't even care about our Nigerian teams. I don't even know many of the clubs as a sincere truth. So we need to invest a lot into it to see how our players can also develop, themselves.
Okay, let's hear from you. Eimba knocked out of the CAF Super League. Let's hear from you, because as a matter of fact, the only Nigerian club remaining in the continent is Rivers United. Eimba knocked out of the CAF Champions League and the African Super League. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah, what's your name, sir? Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Okay, so let's talk about the African Super League, because Wydad gave Eimba the beating of their life, 3-0 in Casablanca. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Okay, so let's talk about this match, because so what next for Fididi George and for Eimba? They're out of the Champions League, they're out of the Super League. Their focus now is on the Nigerian domestic league.
Yeah, I think what's next is to focus on what you have. That's what is next. If we wait for next year again, we go again. So we have to train harder, we have to work harder. We have to also focus and learn from the mistakes that we have made.
Yes. Good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, your name and where you're calling from? Okay, please speak up a little bit, because it looks like your audio is really low.
Right. The match I have watched is very, very different by the performance of England club.
All right.
So the match is very, very poor, and the midfielder, as I watched, has been training a lot. And then the Nigerian defender has not done enough.
All right. So now the question is that, is Nigerian league strong enough? Because people keep saying that we don't have enough local players in the Super Eagles, but we're seeing the local players play in the continent. We're seeing Eimba, the best of the best in Nigeria, getting whipped by Wydad, home and away.
Nigerian league is very strong. Once upon a time, we were looking at these mature players. If you're not size, if you're not a wrestler, you can't play. But now it's no longer like that. Now Nigerian league is now going into tactics. you must be tactical to play the Nigerian Premier League. I think.
But they're struggling against the North Africans. They are good, but Nigerian league can only when against Ghana, Sierra Leone, yes, but against the North Africans.
Yeah, Nigerian league is actually strength. Is a strength league. The North Africans, they are tactical. I think Nigeria is trying to adapt into that tactical formation of playing football. Because I remember back then I never loved to watch the Nigerian league because it was always shoot it up, shoot it up. It hasn't changed. But I think people like Eyimba, I've watched their match and I've seen that Eyimba normally plays the ball from the ground. Rivers United, they are one team that I love to watch also, playing the ball from the back. But most importantly, I think, what we are trying to do, we are trying to go above what we have actually studied. We should have played our pattern, which is the tum-tum pattern with those moves to weaken them.
Okay, let me ask you one question. Eyimba couldn't play in Aba because they didn't have a good stadium.
Yeah.
They had to play in Oyo. What should Eyimba be doing? Do they need to get a big stadium? Because this is the African Super League, you need to have big stadiums to fill the stadiums so that the fans can actually come and watch.
Yeah, it's a shame that Eyimba couldn't play their home. I'm so sorry about that, but I think they deserve a stadium. Eyimba, the name Eyimba sounds, even while I was born till today, I think if I should be dreaming right now, I think it's Eyimba I know about so well. And I think if anybody in Nigeria, or any club or football team in Nigeria deserve a good stadium, I think Eyimba does deserve a good stadium because they have proved to Nigeria, to Africa and the world, that they can represent Africa. I think Eyimba has played against Atletico Madrid,
They played Inter Milan once.
Inter Milan once. So that's to tell you that it is the quality of those people that has made these other multinationals, the internationals to come in to play against them because they have the quality to challenge, in such competition. So I think it's a shame that Eyimba does not have a very good stadium that can represent Nigeria and Africa.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Can you hear us? Okay, so let's move to the Oyibo Games Festival because the grand finale is coming up tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this brief highlight we have on that Oyibo Games Festival. It's a brief clip, and then we'll talk. Kosa Emmanuel will join us, and we'll talk about the event coming up later on tomorrow and tonight, right? Okay, let's talk on that. Let's talk on that. Okay. All right, so that's a clip of some of the events at the Oyibo Games Festival. The grand finale comes up later on tonight, and then tomorrow, the organizer Kosa Emmanuel is with us in the house. So Kosa, take us through Oyibo Games Festival for guys living in Obibo or Oyibo. Let's hear from you and take us through.
Okay, Oyibo Games Festival, I think, is one of the most powerful, festivals that the earth has ever given. I see Oyibo Games Festival as an event that will even go as bigger than the Olympics, and the World Cup, because this has to do with every single nations together. It came out of the urge, the joy, and the love for the people. So the festival, we started with the carnival, like I said the last time, and then we went through the hairstylists and the barbers. Now, someone said to me, Kosa, why don't you just go into football? You're a licensed football agent, you have scouts in different parts, you have players in Bayern Munich, in Spain, and the rest of them. Why not just focus on football? And I said to them, if I should focus on just football, who will help the other people? What about the hairstylist? I remember back then when I was still young growing up, I had a friend who was a barber, and this young man being a barber, because he wasn't getting a lot, he went to do rituals and then he lost his life, So I said, what will happen to my generation? I have to see how we can build that. So we've done the hairstylist, we've done the barbing, we have also done...
we have a clip of the model. Let's look at that clip and we'll talk about this one behind the screen. We have the clip of the model. Tell us about that model. How do you go about choosing your models for the Oyibo Games Festival?
Okay, that is called the Crown of Ethlonia. 2023. This is the first edition. This is actually auditioning.
Are these people from Oyibo?
No, they are not all from Oyibo. Some came in from different states in Nigeria.
And this one is a boxing event. I think I saw that clip.
Yeah, that's a karat boxing event.
Kickboxing.
A kickboxing event.
Where do you have this in Oyibo?
At St. James. This is where the grand finale will be happening. So I work with Hero Samson. Hero Samson is actually a fighter, a kickboxing fighter also. So he's the one who also brought this, into Oyibo local government. He has been doing a lot for Oyibo too, to see how Oyibo becomes the place where everybody wants to travel to.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. All right, so for tomorrow, what are we expecting today? And then tell us what if the Ministry of Youth and Sport. We talked about the Commissioner for Sports here and the Commissioner for Youth here earlier on.
The Commissioner for Youth and Development, that is Honorable Chisom Bali. He's from Oyibo also. A very wonderful man, and he's a man that is not actually proudful. He's a man you can call anytime, and he can answer. So he's going to be there tomorrow for the grand finale, and this event has been done, with so much, putting a lot, my life and my team, giving all, sacrificing for this event to come to life, and we have fought so hard. Tonight we are having the all-white night party. Our model just flew in from different states into Oyibo local government, and they are lodged at one of our sponsors hotels, the Honorable Ibe Alex, who is the PDP chairman of Oyibo local government. He gave us that hotel, as his own part of sponsorship. A very wonderful man. I think that's one of the best man we have in Oyibo local government, sincerely speaking. So tonight we'll be having the all-night dinner party, with all the models, so that they can see the beauty of Oyibo local government and what they'll be fighting for the crown, tomorrow. So we're also having Miss Dignity. This is two pageantry happening at the same time.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Your name and where you're calling from? All right. So what will be your what will be your success? What would you say that is a success for these Oyibo Games? Will it be getting talent, sponsorship? What would be your drive and say, okay, I'm satisfied with what I've seen so far in Oyibo? Oh. And then why did you choose to do in Oyibo? You are from Delta State. Why did you choose to go in Oyibo, which is a river state?
Okay, that's a very good question. Oyibo local government, this Oyibo gave me my life. We packed into.
Were you born in Oyibo?
I wasn't born in Oyibo. I was born in Elelemo. But we went to Oyibo to United. I remember I was not happy going to Oyibo. I was very angry because I used to hear evil things about Oyibo local government, how the cultism life is there, the Agbero boys, all this killing and fighting and all that. That was all I knew about Oyibo. So my dad told me, he said, we have got the land in Oyibo. I said, I know they go. I said, nothing will take me there. But then when we went to Oyibo 2010, it was not developed, and we had bushes everywhere in Oyibo local government. And I was like, how was I going to get new friends? How was I going to start up? Well, in the long run, I started growing in Oyibo local government. I remember 2014, my dad lost his job after I was done with school. I couldn't further my education, and then I had to go on the street carrying cement and blocks on my head, going through a lot. And I thought about it, if I should go through a lot, like what about the people who doesn't have people to help them also? And then I was praying, I said, if God should bless me, I will come back to Oyibo to give back to Oyibo, because somebody told me, said nothing good can come out of Oyibo local government, and they said
so you have actually proved that something good
exactly
can come out of Oyibo.
Exactly, yeah. That is exactly my fight. And another thing is, Oyibo is a promised land. When you hear about God saying, I will give you the promised land, I was a footballer professionally in Europe. Before God called me, I answered to the call of God. And right now, God has helped me to heal 6 more people already, return them back to their families. And this vision, someone was saying, it is not actually a church vision, but this is a vision to bring visions to life. It's a vision to help the youth, to help the people on the street, to bring them out of the street, and to make sure that we bring massive development to our own local government. So I think the festival has proof that we can draw the world into Oyibo, because I think we brought in 14 states to Oyibo local government this year, and also we brought in Paul Ogunlaja from England, and also we brought in Moses Karim from Germany. So this has brought a lot of good things and tidings into Oyibo local government. So this is the thing.
Well, for those of you who don't know where Oyibo is, it's if you're going to Abia State, it's a river state. It's Oyibo local government area, not too far from here. and Kosa Emmanuel lives there. He's been able to show that good things can come out from Oyibo.
100%.
Talents can come out from Oyibo. Footballers can come out from Oyibo.
Yeah.
And the grand finale comes up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And for people who live in Oyibo who want to be part of this, how do they get to be part of it?
Okay, it's gonna be a gate ticket event. First of all, it started as a charity, but at the long run, I decided to change it at the grand finale because I didn't get sponsors. If we haven't, I myself and my team have not put in money in this event. We are putting over 18 million to 19 million naira in this event, and we have not yet gotten anybody to say I want to sponsor you, apart from the partners who are saying take this and take that, but no financial support. I ended up selling my car, I ended up selling all my properties and everything that I have to make sure that these people's talent come to life, and many of them leave the street. So I think my joy, like you asked before, my achievement or my accomplishment would be that these people succeed. That is all I want, not the money, nothing. If I should get 1, 2, 3, 4 like the boys who they were scouted from Oyibo by Paul Okulaja and Moses. Right now, the boys, some of them are in Abuja and some of them are in Lagos. We are processing that document right now to leave Nigeria. So this is my joy. 10 boys living in Oyibo local government, coming in from different states to scout, and then they are succeeding. So this is my joy. I'm not in there.
All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, so we'll come back to Oyibo, look at the Oyibo Games Festival grand finale, but let's move to the rugby finals. The third place match was played yesterday between England and Argentina, and let's take a look at how it all went. England winning Argentina in the third place of the World Cup rugby in France.
Well, 19 of the Argentina 23 lost to England on opening weekend. The front row of Thomas Gajo, Julian Montoya and Francisco Gomez Cordella remains the same. This is Montoya's 6th World Cup match as captain. 20-year-old Pedro Rubiolo replaces Thomas Lavanini in the second row.